In 2019, the Roberts family had the perfect life. Great business, great friends, wonderful children. Everything was going our way. But nothing stays constant. I had a thing going on that was strange. I saw flashy lights in the corner of my eyes late at night. Didn't think too much about it until my wife said, "See a doctor." Well, the flashy lights ended up being a precursor or a warning sign to cancer. So, in November of 2019, I was diagnosed with ocular melanoma, a rare form of cancer that is incurable. This is our story. So we're 6 weeks into the whole brachytherapy or brachytherapy, which is the radiation disc inserted into my eye. And I actually just watched the actual surgery on YouTube last night.
Oh God, you are crazy.
I wasn't brave to do it before, but now that I've done it, it's pretty gruesome.
Oh gosh.
And
so what they do?
I can't even describe it. They cut the eyeball pretty much like taking a chicken thigh and cutting pieces of meat out of it with scissors. That's what it looks like when they're doing the surgery.
Oh God, they cut stuff.
They cut the skin off the chicken and they tie the legs back. So that's what they do to the eye to insert the radioactive material.
But how you feel now? I mean, it looks swollen. It looks obviously red. You couldn't open your eyes yesterday.
Right. So we're 2 days out of the second surgery. So 2 surgeries, general anesthesia, hospital visit. 2 days out of it, I'm exhausted. I felt good this morning, but I have double vision. The eye feels strange. It's swollen. Because there's a healing phase now, and typically the tumor will enlarge over the next couple weeks. Mm-hmm. They don't measure it to see if it's actually working for 3 months. So we have a 3-month visit, a visit in 3 months to kind of see that the tumor is dead or headed towards dead and shrinking.
All right, you ready?
No.
Let's talk about what's going to happen. So basically, you'll have the surgery. Okay, when you come out of it takes about an hour. When you come out of the surgery, your eye will be patched with a cotton patch. And then over it, you'll have what I call the big black pirate patch. Okay, it's quite large and it's heavy. It's made of lead, and that actually protects the radiation from other people. Okay, from you radiating other people. So when you're in public, when you come back next week, for example, to have the plaque taken off, when you're around people, you should always have that on. When you're alone in your room, you probably just want to take that off. Okay, it's no one's favorite week of the entire year, but it's not excruciating pain, okay? It's sort of a dull throb. If you are having excruciating pain, obviously let us know and we'll see you, but dull pain for sure. I will give you Tylenol free, which has a little bit of an opiate in it. Take it with food because it can make you a little nauseous and a little constipated, okay? And then I will also send you home with a package of 7 cotton patches. So every day you can take the cotton patch off, put some new ointment in, which I'll also give you, and then use a little tape to put that patch back on. Okay?
And I shouldn't use that eye.
Yeah, you want to keep the eye patched, okay? It's fine for you to read, to watch TV, to do light things. I've had people want to do yoga. Yoga's fine, but no heavy exercising, okay?
Walking's okay?
Walking is okay, but you don't want to walk out in public because you're radioactive. So, but walking in the home, totally fine, okay? Around your yard or whatnot, if you guys have pets, that's fine as well, okay? And it's just about getting through the week, getting the radiation in to kill that melanoma, and then next week we take the plaque off, okay? Let me show you your specific plaque plan. Picture of your tumor, okay? Right there in the eye. This is the ultrasound, okay? It shows us the melanoma, and then this is your plaque plan, which is, no one else has a plan like it, it's just for you. Okay, so this is your plaque. This is where we are. I'm going to have to move one of your muscles, okay, to put this plaque on, likely, and then I'll put it back next week, but that means that during this week you'll have some trouble moving your eye. That's normal, okay? Your eye should be patched anyways, so it's not something that should bother you. And then this is something that we described here at USC, but this is, I'm using a special marker to tell us exactly where to place the plaque, okay? Now, we talked about biopsy. Did you get a...
Oh yeah, let's get it. I think it's so cool that you're just doing this on your phone.
It's cool, yeah. I mean, it's nice to carry my phone around. So the plaque actually looks like this. I'm wearing my earrings for the first plaque day of the year. It looks similar to this. Remember, everyone's is a little bit different. So it's a piece of gold, okay? And then on the inside, you see these little notches. Those notches are actually loaded with little seeds. They actually look like pieces of lead pencil of iodine 125. Okay, so that's this. What else can I tell you? Biopsy. So we talked about a biopsy, and if I remember correctly, yeah, you guys had not decided. Okay, so no biopsy. And that's fine. I have about half my patients choose to not have biopsy. You just know that you can't change your mind next week, right? Okay. That's only happened to me once, and then I felt bad for...
I don't see the difference.
Yeah, I mean, many of my patients, it's not for diagnosis, right? I'm still gonna do surveillance on you either way. Yeah, it's sort of more information, but at least at this point, it doesn't change the way that we treat you right now.
I'm feeling pretty good just by all the tests that were done. That shows
yeah, right, exactly. All of your initial tests were negative, and so if I have the biopsy, I use it to tell me how aggressively to screen your body. If I don't, I basically do somewhere in the middle, and I go every 6 months. Do you agree that we're operating on your right eye? Okay, I'm going to mark you.
I keep wanting to make jokes, but not.
Everyone will say. And I've had patients say, well, don't you see it there? We still have to ask. So look right up there. So this little mark that I put here helps me know exactly where the bottom of your eye is when I use the toric marker. And so that helps me align that plaque really nicely. And then we use an ultrasound to confirm its position. Okay? Then we'll get some dilating drops in you, okay, and get you all set. Before you leave today, they will also, the physicists will come and talk to you as well, okay, to talk to you just about the precautions that you have while you have the radiation in place. You'll have a special armband on that says that you have a radiation implant for this week, and then we'll take it out next week, okay? I'll get you dilated, all right? Take good care.
Pretty scary.
I think everybody goes through probably the same similar experience, that you go to the doctor, you have something wrong in you, you feel it because everybody feels that something is off, right? However, actually I read that some patients in this particular cancer didn't even feel anything. They just go to the regular doctor and they get the diagnosis. And then you're really coming out of that office and the word cancer scares the hell out of you, and then you realize, what the fuck am I gonna do right now? You know, I have a life, I have children, I have a business, I have things to do, I have plans to do. Yet here is this information that comes at you in the middle of nowhere, and you need to take care of it, and you need to pause your life. I can even imagine, you know, being in this situation alone. So I think for Blake and I, it was really important. It absolutely brought us together, closer, and your focus 100% has to be on you and yourself and your health. And really, the first time ever in your life, when people ask you how are you doing, you just like paralyzed, because you can say like I'm doing great, but you took for granted is now not great, which is the most important part. Is the top of the pyramid is your health.
Are you put the walker? Okay, I love you. How you feel? Okay, sir, right here you can sit. Sleepy.
Lovely sleep.
Here's your extra gauze, Mom.
See, I told you.
I'll give it
Best
to you.
sleep ever.
So
Best sleep ever. I told you.
Alright. Okay, let me get closer.
Don't remember a thing, ugly.
No.
Yeah. You're not in pain, right?
Get on the side.
2 or 3.
One of these was a seed loaded in the plaque, and actually the plaque, it's bigger, but it looks very similar to this, okay? But he had a good sized tumor, so a little bit bigger. And then these are the islets, so that's where the sutures are placed to hold the plaque in place. And then these are the doses, okay, that all the critical structures of the eye are getting. So you can see his optic nerve is getting, you know, in between like 30 or so, which actually is a pretty tolerable dose for the optic nerve. Okay, so that's good news. So this is just your souvenir.
He had the surgery, so we are going home. He feels actually pretty good. I mean, he's not feeling sick or he's not in pain. He's just obviously discomfort, right?
I'm seeing lots of pretty unicorns.
Yeah. There you go. He still has his sense of humor. And here is our pirate for the week.
Arr.
So we cannot be near him too long, about 15 minutes per day. Too close, but we can be like a meter away from him. And so he's gonna do a lot of reading, watching TV, sleeping, kind of thinking, right? It's kind of a meditation week.
Oh, wow. This is really nice. This is nice.
It is nice. So you're gonna be here to relax.
This is my
and
prison
sleep.
cell for the next week.
There you are. Okay, honey. So I brought you some food.
Ooh, Tempur-Pedic.
Some juice. Now,
I mean, so here's what I want to say. To my peeps and people, I'm a little high on oxycodone right now, and I feel pretty damn good. Whew, now I know why people like this shit. So if I were arrested today and taken to prison, it'd be like this, without all the luxury. But I'd be forced to stay in a small, confined space for an extended period of time, and you deal with it. When I close my eyes and I kind of visualize the space in front of me right now, I can actually see a moving pattern in this eye. And it's like rippling water. And yesterday it was purple. Well, today it's kind of black, but earlier it was green, and now it's just kind of a wave of motion. And I know you're thinking, that's cray-cray. Yeah. I'm connected to God or dog, and I don't never know which one it is.
You're connected to Chernobyl.
I am definitely connected to Chernobyl.
From this point on, we're never gonna live the same, and I don't think anybody lives the same life if you are diagnosed with cancer in any point of your life. That information and that, I think, memory of going through the process is always gonna kind of linger there, and it's gonna be in the back of your mind. So, but it's interesting that, you know, I always say that you never say no to anything, because you never know what life can throw at you, and I think judging anybody, that's probably the worst of the worst you can do, because until you are in that situation yourself, you don't even know how you react yourself, because you've never been in that situation. So everybody's different, but definitely you have to put a pause and you have to cure yourself. Otherwise, the whole life doesn't make any sense then.
The plaque inside his eye, so he's not going to be radioactive anymore.
Yeah, right now.
How you feel?
Anxious. Ready to go home.
Ready to go home?
Ready to go home.
But I can't wait for you not to be radioactive.
That's a big thing.
Yeah, for the most part, just like the ENT.
Bye, honey. Loves you. No more radioactive. Blake.
26.
Here we go again. The second surgery is happening in an hour.
They're gonna remove the plaque in his eye, so hopefully he's gonna be relieved from the discomfort he had the last week. And we'll see the results in a few weeks, months, the next 6 months for sure. And hopefully the treatment worked and the cancer is shrinking and he's gonna be cured. So let's hope for the best. Here we go. Blake is out of surgery and he's napping now. He's not radioactive anymore. We are excited to give him a hug.
The doctors don't agree with it. The doctors say, oh, eat what you want to eat. Don't worry about your diet. Be healthy, lose some weight, but your diet doesn't matter. I don't know how that could be true.
It's 100% matters in any way. So
in my mind, it matters,
yeah. I'm definitely proud of Blake to see him that he said, you know what? Fuck everything. And it's me now and my health, and I change it. I absolutely change it. And now, with this whole, by the way, detox process, herbs, it tastes awful. I mean, he eats clay, chalk, horrible tasting, drops, teas, but he does it without even complaining. So we read tremendous amount of literature about cancer and diet. So we came across this, I call this is the Bible of cancer. It's called Eat to Beat Disease by William Lee. You can also listen to his podcast he has a few interviews, but he wrote this book, and this is a pretty sick book. He details out how the whole cancer starts and what really cancer is and how you can beat it with different food. And he actually details out each and every single food that you can eat. So definitely anybody who has cancer or wants to avoid cancer, because it's really about prevention. When you go to a doctor, the doctor says, well, this is how I'm gonna solve this problem. But they never tell you maybe, why you have cancer, perhaps what can cause cancer. What they say to you, and every one of the people who we actually talked to in the past, they said, well, bad luck. That's what they say, bad luck. But when you kind of reflect your life and your lifestyle, your diet, the stress, the work you do, how you live, how is your day look like, how is your week, month, year look like, you kind of realize that, wow, yes, it completely makes sense.
And that's the thing that's amazing about believing in it. I don't care if the doctors say it's stupid or someone else you meet say, oh, take the medication. What we know is in Western medicine, every drug trial that's ever been, they have two sets of people. There's the group that gets the test and the group that doesn't, which is the placebo group.
Right.
And what they find is almost always the placebo group almost does as well as the drug group.
Yeah.
Because the belief that the drug is actually there. Yeah, sorry, there are two of you right now with the vision. So Western medicine believes that the mind is strong enough to cure because the placebo effect is real. Yes. If you believe it, it will happen.
If you believe in it,
so if we believe that Dr. Schultz and his
magic formulas,
his magic herbs and formulas, and the belief that they actually have an impact on you and killing cancer, then I think there's a pretty good chance that they work.
Yeah.
If you approach it, they don't work, well, guess what? They're not going to work. And we hope that us telling the story to whoever you may be watching this, that there's some value to you, that as a human, you're going to share our feelings and emotions. And, if you're ever on this same path, you'll hopefully learn something from us. So, it's a year later, and I wanted to update you with what's going on. I'm better than ever, healthier than I've been in 25 years. And most importantly, I've stuck to my new routine, which is I'm a vegan, I exercise, my diet is very controlled, and I get lots of sleep. And I'm doing everything I can to make sure I have the best opportunity to live a long life with cancer. So to you, same thing, do the best you can do. If you have cancer, change what you need to change. If I can do this, you can.